Hello everyone, welcome to my video and let's say my rant about uh, what would need to change in WoW for me to come back to actually play it. Because I used to make, well, I'm still gonna make WoW videos, but not in WoW retail, but in WoW private servers and that kind of stuff, because there's a lot of problems with WoW that is happening, and not even WoW, but Blizzard Activision and itself, that makes me not want to play that game. So, what would have to change for me to actually come back? Well, firstly, as a guy that now loves playing Final Fantasy XIV, like, I freaking love the story. The story of Final Fantasy XIV is incredible. I had my moments. For example, yesterday before filming this, I I played a game. I did the story, and it shocked me to a point where I was almost emotionally traumatized. So for me to come back to WoW, it's gonna be a hard bargain, and probably I won't even come back if the 9.2 patch launches or the 9.3 patch launches. I won't come back. I will maybe consider trying it out again, let's say in the next expansion pack. So, what would need to change for me to, well, actually play it on a regular basis? Well, firstly, more casual content. Yes, more casual content. Because in WoW, the main three factors are what you're gonna do is firstly raiding, Mythic Plus, or PvP. That's it. That's all the things that you can do. Well, the main things that are encouraged to do, of course, there's mount collection, that kind of stuff, but me as a player who used to play the game a lot and had collected a lot of stuff already, for me, collecting stuff is already like a bygone thing that it doesn't interest me as much as, let's say, just casual play. So let's say, what would Blizzard need to implement? Let's say, like in Final Fantasy XIV, we have the Golden Saucer is one of a great examples. It's pretty much a casino where you can like scratch some cards, get some coins, play some games in there, and it is like one of the reasons why I log on almost daily to Final Fantasy XIV, because I'm like, there's a fear of missing out in that game, because I'm afraid that I'll not get as much as loot as possible. Uh, Other things are like, of course, WoW has a treasure hunting, that kind of stuff, platforming, but it is not as widely done or implemented like it is in Final Fantasy XIV. For example, I have seen Asmongold playing Cocobo racing, or jumping on platforms and trying his best and having so much fun. While in WoW, there isn't such a thing. There isn't such a challenge, and like you're racing against other people. Let's say like in Fall Guys. Do you guys remember Fall Guys? It's such like it came out last year, but um, like in Fall Guys, where you're racing each other to get first place. In WoW, there isn't such things like competitively, casual competitiveness. There is no such things. Also, would need to be implemented as quest or actual incentives to go back and play through the alt quest. Let's say you do the lore master of Northrend. Not only that, do you get a reward for achievement for that, but also that maybe you get a mount or a cool transmog or anything that would actually give you something. Also, what I missed is that back in the day of Cataclysm, especially Miss Pandaria, where I felt it especially, is factions. In the game right now, factions feel meaningless, even the Covenants. It feels like, oh, I'm a Necrolord, and I sure have my own area and that kind of stuff, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't click that much, especially when you have to choose. Oh, uh, I'm a Necrolord. I chose this class, this covenant for not my own personal wants and needs, but because min maxing. And in Final Fantasy XIV, there are the factions, and 3 of those, each city state, and the factions you choose it not because like you that gives you that kind of plus or that one gives you that kind of plus. No, you choose because oh, I like the city, I like the characters in the city, I like who are part of it, and that's why I chose it. Of course, other casual content, well, for solo play, I am a player who usually plays solo. Mythic Plus for me didn't like click, and PvP arenas 2v2s 3v3s didn't click with me because I don't have a team. I don't have players to play with, or when I had players to play with, I had to organize specific time when to play with them, and it didn't always click with them. Especially raiding, which took a lot of time. So what I would like to see is more solo content. Let's say, I know they implement back the Mage Tower, which is like super great, but that's like just copy pasting from a past expansion pack, which was much greater and had more solo content. Another thing that they could implement is solo queue for PvP. I mean, 2v2 solo queue, why not? Like where you could get rating and actually get even maybe gladiator through it, because then like solo players who don't have a team could just get better and better and actually climb up the ranks, unlike now where a lot of solo players don't have any way except finding teammates that actually want to play with you. And right not even right now, but in the past season it was way harder. Side note to competitive PvP, actively discourage botting and even boosting. Botting and boosting has been a new problem in WoW. I would say that happens in around Legion, where well, botting has always been a problem, but to such a scale, they should really hire more staff and GMs to actively search out and find and ban the bots, because they have been ruining not only the game but the economy of WoW. I would think extending that idea of solo queue and adding it to Mythic Plus, because Mythic Plus, yes, you need to find a team, but make the queues for Mythic Plus, like let's say, oh, you have a key for this, like let's say a key 13 for a dungeon, and the only players who can join you or who have that kind of key, but also there would be a set item level. Let's say if you don't have the specific item level, you cannot join that team, but you're gonna join a lower team and you can climb up the ranks like that. I think that would be a great addition to WoW. Also, for me personally, it would be incentive for me to not always do solo casual content, but also delve into the deeper and also more competitive scene. Another thing that would have to change is the story. And like I know the Shadowlands story about the cosmos and the Shadowlands and all the cosmic terror that is coming out of the jailer, it didn't click. it really didn't click with me. Nor I know that Bellular and Asmongold and many others have said that WoW story is like right now in a deep end. It's not that good. It's not as fun and well exciting it used to be. What I think would need to change is that rather focusing on big cosmos and sort of theories about the universe and the powers that play between let's say the void and the light and order and chaos. I think they should just focus back on the personalities of the game, like delving deeper into characters. Like every great film, even book, it's not built on theories. Of course, there are some like very great books out there that are based on fantasy books that are based on the whole cosmic terror themes, Lovecraft, pretty much. But if a story doesn't have characters that immerse you and characters that you care for, then you don't really care for the story at all. It just becomes the background. Like you're focusing on the background, not on what's happening in your face right here, right now, and that's what like I'm missing out. Final Fantasy, the story is so well done and so interesting, and about different characters, and it also like talks about the background, what's happening behind the scenes, and they managed to do it so well that I just want to play it more and learn more about the entire world. But that's is a hard task to do because WoW has been like this for a very long time, and to change it in one expansion pack is gonna be hard. Another thing that they should do is more frequent patch cycles. I played from Shadowlands to patch 9.1 for 8 freaking months. Come on, the only thing that I did was raid. I just started to raid log, and that's it, and that's all I did. Also, of course, like to make my money's worth, like I did all content, but later on, like in the last month of me playing the game, I just stop raiding because it was messing up with my health, and started to do the things that are in the game. And the patch 9.1 came out, and I played it, realized that there's nothing much to do except like old content that I did in the previous expansion packs for somewhat, and that's it. Nothing much to do, and that not giving such freaking patch cycles, it just breaks the entire wanting to play the game, because since there's not much to do, not much casual content to do, no solo queue, and people are constantly like unsubscribing, there's less and less players. And since there's less and less players, no solo queue means less players for me to play with. If there was a solo queue, the only problem would be like a bit increased of the queue time, but there would be still content. And talking about content, that's what they should prioritize. Content, not systems, not freaking conduits, not freaking legendaries and balances, not like some stupid out of the world shit. They should focus on the content itself. Give more quests, give more areas to explore, give us more, I don't know, even I guess mounts, items, transmogs, more content, more stuff for the players, not systems. Don't, like, that's what I sense with WoW, is that they're prioritizing systems over content, and that's is making the game so much freaking less exciting, because I cannot get as much time from a system as I can get from my content. If they wish to balance it, make a system for you to unlock more content. I mean, sure, that kind of works, but still, content is king in MMOs. The more content you have, the more stuff you have to do. It's gonna make your players more longer lasting and wanting to play your game. Of course, that's gonna be hard to do and to implement all the stuff for Blizzard, because Blizzard, with a recent lawsuits and harassment not allegations, but harassment problems, it's gonna be hard for Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, to actually find people to work for them. Because would you work for a person who is gonna touch you in work? I guess not. Or who's gonna be sexually indiscreet about you in work? I don't think so. They need to start treating their employees like proper human beings, and I think that is a whole new level of what needs to change, not even in WoW, but also in the company that creates it. Because for such things to change, I have seen that Blizzard is trying their best. Like, they have been trying to hire new artists, new designers, new developers for the game, and reshuffling and trying to get as many people on WoW, because WoW is stuck behind in the past glory, it's sitting on its laurels. And for developers themselves to listen to the community, because Final Fantasy, Yoshi P, the lead designer, director, or how is it called, of Final Fantasy XIV Online, he is absolutely into the community. He's playing the game itself and actually interacting with the community. I've seen his interviews with Asmongold, with Rich, with other Final Fantasy creators, and it's amazing to see actual developers not company speak, but honestly speak with the players and actually implement what they're saying. It's great to see that, and to see that from the WoW developer team. Of course, they have created the whole WoW Community Council, but for it to succeed, Blizzard really needs to listen to them. And I mean, not to just like in the past in the forums, like where they need to listen to their community like they did back in the good old days. I would say even more interaction with the community, more love towards the community, and not just think, oh, the community is a bunch of assholes who don't like our game. No, we love the game. I love the game. I love WoW. I love the story. I still listen to WoW books because I love the universe of World of Warcraft. The entire Azeroth, Outland, everything. I love it. But to see it be crushed and destroyed by developers simply who don't even play the game and try just to make a game, it's heartbreaking. Because I still love to play WoW. Not WoW retail. I'm playing right now WoW Project Ascension. There's gonna be some videos coming out soon, and I've been loving playing it. It's just like I get into the game and I just enjoy the simple mechanics of playing, leveling, and it's fun. It's casual. It's not forced upon me. It's just there for me to enjoy. So yeah, those are the main things that I think that should change in WoW for me to come back. Of course, I'm gonna try out the new expansion pack, but in the coming year, I'm not even gonna try subscribing back to WoW even if the new patches come out, because I just know it's not gonna be even worth it. But I'm still gonna upload like some WoW content from private servers, let's say Project Ascension, because I've been loving to play it. If you have subscribed to me or gonna subscribe to me, don't worry, I'm not only uploading other games, but also gonna upload WoW Project Ascension videos and that kind of stuff. So if you like this video and love me ranting about it, come on, drop me a like, type a comment below. What do you think that needs to change in WoW for it to actually come back to its glory? And don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I wish you a very good day, and I see you in the next video. See ya!